Silent Bones by Rachel Lynch. Read by Clare Kissane. Prologue. The joke wasn't funny. Not tonight. His habitual clowning around was no longer a source of camouflage that kept him distant and safe. He felt naked and exposed without it. It was tight in the small dark space, and he struggled to get a full breath. Things had gone too far. The rising panic in his chest told him so. His head hurt, and he sensed a sticky substance around his temples, running into his eyes and his mouth. He tasted his own fear. In the blackness, the petrol-like fluid clung to his skin. It didn't smell the same as the grime from the lake. Clarity, which had taken its time to dawn on him, now gripped his senses, and he knew, beyond the doubts denying his reality, that it wasn't sweat either. It was just that his reasonable brain didn't want to admit the truth. It was swelteringly hot in the confined cavity. He calculated that they'd been driving for some while, over bumpy tracks, round tight bends and up and down hills. They weren't in town. Of that, at least, he was sure. He hadn't heard any other traffic for some time, and they weren't constrained by junctions, stops and lights. It was oily black, and he was completely sightless. His upper body tightened further, and he shouted out, but his throat was raspy and sore from the exertion. He heard a radio, and the volume was turned up, because everybody loved the tune, including him. The police had released Every Breath You Take, and he listened as Sting's voice comforted him. Nothing could go bad when Sting sang. It was a love song, or so his mum said. She was in love with the singer, and the knowledge made him feel awkward. Women her age shouldn't think like that. Well, that's what his dad said. His parents' faces caused unwelcome feelings to rise up in his already compressed torso. They hung in the gloom as his body rattled around the boot space. He'd let them down. If only he'd taken his jacket off, like he'd been asked to, he wouldn't be so hot. And maybe he wouldn't be here right now. The car hit a large bump, and it jarred his back, and he cried out once more. But they ignored him. The fur inside his jacket rubbed against his cheek, as if it knew that he needed consolation in that moment.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?